Right, I'm live. It took a while for it to go live, so I'm just talking to you about what I just said, and also what I have found and what difficulties I'm having, because obviously I'm having a lot of difficulties because I cannot, I have never done a video before with me narrating. So, and please don't send me sex stuff because I'm not interested. Thank you. You waste the bloody time. I'm not interested. This is a serious thing that I talk about, and it's serious what I'm dealing with. And obviously I've been in contact with my the UFO club that I'm involved with, which is East Anglia UFO club. And I've also asked if they can help me. I mean, I don't want you to do it all the bloody time. Once I bloody know, I'll know, and I'll tell you, you know, and that's it. But I cannot do two things at once due to my health and due to what I am dealing with, because I've got an overcluttered place, and it could have been burnt to the ground, including my neighbour, due to bad electrical equipment, which is coming from China, which is not good. No, it's not good at all. So now I'm more wary of it. I won't let it get too hot. And obviously some people are buying this for their children, and you need to be aware of these little lamps that look very pretty, look very nice, but the wiring is the actual wiring is covered very thinly, and obviously it gets very hot. So you've got to be aware of this. I am going to put it on Amazon, so underneath what I bought. But I'm afraid it brought back that our bungalow got burnt, and Dad had third-degree burns, which is the truth. My father had third-degree burns. I hope you can hear me. I mean, I didn't put my earphones on. I've done this before, so obviously it's obviously still working. And I'm asking for some advice, actually. I'm asking for any of you know about making videos and what program I should use. I am going to ask on Mars Anomalies, and I'm also going to ask on my various groups of UFOs. Because the trouble with where I live is we are living in Lincolnshire, which is one of the second biggest counties, but we are not very easy to find. Well, we're not very easy to get to, and I need help with sorting out getting my work, which is very important. It's important to all of us. And don't say I'm a mad lady, because I'm not a bloody mad lady at all, because if you saw the evidence, you'd probably piss yourself, some of you. And some of you would be absolutely overwhelmed, especially if you're interested in this kind of stuff, which I think youngsters should be, not just interested in AI, because AI is not the way to go. AI is some of it, but not all at all. The difficulties I've had with my photograph is obviously it is not of ours, and also it's psychic. I am psychic. I always have been psychic, and we are all psychic, every one of us. It's not just a few, you know, and I see it's mainly men, you know, who say Yuri Geller, oh, this lot and this lot. And obviously some of the guys that got killed by the Russians because they did remote viewing, they think they can train it. No, you don't get the right. Well, obviously, if you're an ordinary rating in the military, you do not, you probably make some things up just to shut your bloody general up, or shut your bloody middle ranking, you know. I should know because I said I'm ex-forces. We don't work like that. Our military don't work like that, but Americans do, because obviously I've had dealings with them. Well, I still have some friends in the veterans that I know in, I say, foreign forces. So it's my psoriasis. Yeah, I've got it bad on my face, but obviously it's because what's been happening, obviously. I sleepwalk, and I slept walk for half a mile early hours in the morning, and nobody stopped me. Eventually I woke up, and I think, shit, what the bloody hell? So I had a very slow walk on my sticks. And I don't have the normal sticks that everybody else does. Obviously, these are my grotty sticks, because I would have gone out. If I'd gone out normally, I would have taken my best sticks out. I've got the best sticks, and these are my grot ones, because they're wearing out, because I've had them a long while. You don't use your fingers on these. You use your palm, because your palm is the most strongest part of your hand, because it takes in your muscles of your wrist, as well as your hand, as well as your thumb. So when somebody says to me, oh, well, you walk with sticks, so your grasp must be good. No, it's bloody not. No. And I'm not in so much pain at the moment, because, as I said, I've had my morphine, and I don't want to stay on morphine forever. I was on a higher dose when the council, because of their neglect, I could have died. I actually met somebody who did some work for me to help me with my mum get her chair over when she was put in a home, which was not my fault. I didn't want her in a home. But the attitude of some men in power, bureaucratic power, are phenomenal for us ladies when we're on our own. I could do far more than them idiots, actually. But I'm the wrong sex, which is so bad. And it was still happening then. And this was a couple of 4 years ago, I'd say 4 or 5 years ago. They don't. And also, I'm going to do a lasting power of attorney, so somebody won't put me in a home. I'm going to give them, I do not want to be put in a home. You do not put me in a home. Well, if you do, I'll bloody get out anyway. I'll die on my own terms, not your terms, mate. That's how I am. And they can drug me up, and what's the name, because some drugs don't work on me. Not at all. They have to kill me with the drugs, otherwise. They probably would anyway. But not before I got out and caused a stink. And I would cause a stink and all. Why cause a stink now, as I said. Thank goodness I woke up half a mile, and I saw the amazing display. I know there is some kind of what's the name with Saturn and what's the name, but these were no planets. They're no planets. No, planets don't go backwards and forwards like that. You know, excuse me. No, they don't do that. No, and they don't. You know, and some they don't twinkle and they stop, and then they stop and they stop and they stop for a long time and they start twinkling and they start moving again. I saw an actual star. And don't say it's my meds, because my meds don't affect me. Hallucination. No, they do not. I'm my own critic. I'm my own critic when I see things like this. But it did. It happened. I saw a straight line go into a triangle. Oh, where's the photographs? You try and deal with these hands. I am going to get a tripod, so I probably will get evidence. But I've got more than that. I've got something that even NASA could not reveal. And it is true. I really have got something. And when I took it to, Mel won't see it until it's right underneath their eyes. And obviously they can see it now because I've been working at it. And believe me, it's not easy. It's like a puzzle. You've got to have it there. And it's in my mind, you know, it's in my mind, nobody else's mind. So obviously, if I die, it dies with me, which is not a good thing, because that's why I want you all to see the story of how I started with Mars and the moon and looking at anomalies that normally everybody else sees, structures on the moon and structures on Mars, obviously blown to bit, you know, but that's just because it's blown to bit doesn't mean they don't live inside, you know. And I saw something that looked like as if there was, whether it was a con, I don't know, but I saw something on a and the poor guy that was who was running the channel didn't steered clear of it. You could see he steered clear of it because obviously he didn't want to be ridiculed like he did before. But then he's got family. I haven't. No. But I've got good friends that are family, and they are more family, and they will. Oh well, yeah, they will. They'll fight for me. They'll fight for me too, right? Please wait while we reconnect you. See, there's lots of these things that's happening. Right? There's lots of this reconnection that's not happening. And obviously that's also because others are using it, but also because others are messing around with it. So you've got Chinese, you've got the Koreans, you've got the Russians, you've got everything else. And also they're messing around with the atmosphere, the ionosphere, the triosphere, the etc., you know. I wish I had a board to show you, you know, but I'm living in not very good conditions, but that's not of my doing. We're starting to get through it, which is really good, you know. Well, yeah, because I've got loads of stuff to sell. So also I'll be selling on eBay as well. Well, it's SA or eBay. I've set an account with SA, and obviously also a couple of others I'm going to look into. And I need to sell, and I'm not going to sell for silly price either because I know what they're worth. I've got somebody selling stuff on car boot sale for me, so that'll be some pennies. But when she looked at my stuff, she said, "No, Leslie, they're not car boot stuff. You really have not got car boot stuff." Well, I haven't. I earned a lot of money in my time, but I also had to look the part when I used to work in the front line. Well, yeah. Receptionist of a company is what the other companies first see who's going to be dealing with you, your clients that you're going to be. So you have to look good, you know. Obviously, didn't have wigs then, but honestly. And obviously, this is my dancing. Well, yeah, I danced as well, you know. But just because I can't dance, it doesn't mean I don't dance in my head, you know, because I do, you know. And I am doing a lot better physically, but I'm still have my problems, you know. And obviously winter's the worst time, but you can tell it's stagnant air, it's pollution air. And ETs don't like it. Well, no, of course not. Well, I told you, we are not. We're not the protectors of this earth. We are tenants. And obviously, somebody said to me, well, yeah, they get rid of it. No, they don't. You get more law. You have to tell the ones that don't think they're the tenants. They think they lord it all over everybody because they try and lord it over us, but they don't lord it over me. No, they won't. I'll fight like bloody hell. I'll fight with the law to stop them from going into a pissing home because I'm not going in a bloody home. I wouldn't be very good material for home. No, I'd cause a bloody big... Well, yeah, I'd walk out. Just go home. You know? And obviously break into my own home. No, she wouldn't be a very good thing, really. That wouldn't. No. No, I wouldn't let them have the keys either. No, I'll keep my own bloody keys, mate. No, that's me. So don't think us oldies are all... And don't blame me. Don't blame me for the problems of what you youngsters are going to go through, because it's not my fault. Nobody listened to me. No? Nobody listened to a stupid old woman or a stupid young woman at that time. No? I saw this happening well before because I said I'm psychic. I've seen it. My dad was the same. My mum was, but obviously she was frightened of it. My brother was frightened of it, so that you block it. You block it when you're frightened, but I'm not frightened of it. I'm even more not frightened of it because it saved me. You know, ET did save me. ETs did save me. Don't ask me the names because I don't know the names. I've actually said I don't want to know your names until I see you, first physically, or in another life or whatever, you know. But they said they will. Oh yes, they will. And they'll do it without you realising, especially you gits who just think too much of money. course they will. Not to us. Not to us, the seeing. We see. We see more than Elon Musk. We see more than Mr. Google. We see more than bloody Mr. Amazon and all them other bloody arseholes. They're only 1%. But that doesn't mean we go charge. We do it peacefully. And obviously, there's a lot of people in America that don't want to work. Well, I don't blame them. Who would work to be treated like a piece of shit? And obviously, you're going to have your problems. You're going to have the people that don't work who's going to go towards a very radical group. And that's what happens, you see. That's happened with the terrorists here, you know. Some of the Muslims, not all Muslims are bad, but they need to get their bloody act together and sort their Quran out. Well, yeah, that's what Salman Rushdie more or less was saying, but he got a death threat, you know, because it is wrong. We changed ours. Well, yeah, that's the New Testament has changed, you know. They haven't, because they've had no other. The mullahs have been their own bosses, you know, and they can sort any. They can change it to whatever if they're under an evil regime, and they are. I mean, think of the ludicrousy. Come on, of having what 110 or 200 or 500 virgins for you when you kill yourself. How ludicrous is that? That's not worth dying for. But obviously, that's their, you know, getting brainwashed. And obviously, more than that, you'll have this and you'll have that. No, you don't. You won't. You'll come back. Well, I believe is what you sow and what you reap on this earth, will you take on when you are another form. Well, yeah, I believe in reincarnation. So does ETs. They're spiritual as well. They've gone through all this, and the higher echelons have, even the highest ones. You don't want them involved. Well, obviously not, but you know. But they won't harm us. They don't harm us. They haven't harmed us. They never harmed us for donkey's years. They've helped us, and they will help us again. But our stupid governments and stupid, you know, well, yeah. I mean, you take the incident that happened with China. This is my hypothesis on it. They said, obviously, Space Lab was hit by... No, I don't think so. I think they're trying to cover up a gung-ho of a Chinese general sending off a missile, but it got dissipated. It disappeared. And obviously, they said it's about space junk. Well, yeah, it was space junk, you know? And why build another bloody stupid space lab when you've got a load of space junk? Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. They've got enough brains. Well, they're not. They're not Martin Head. They're all mad. Everybody, except a few, which one was killed in our country, doing his job, what he'd been doing for many years, and he didn't want to be in a cabinet, and he just wanted to work for the people, for his constituents. And he got killed by a stupid lad who thinks he's going to have 5,000 or whatever virgins and the beautiful place and all that. No, his life is been made work. He gave his life for nothing, for absolutely nothing. And also, he came from a well-off family, because obviously, I think his father was some kind of diplomat or some kind of somewhere in. Some kind of parliament, you know, some kind of, you know, government official. That's what they get, because they didn't want the money. Cult. It's bad, because there's normal Muslims that want peace. It's like we all bloody well do. You know? And ETs do. Because I'm telling you no word of a lie, they can't take another mass that happened during the war. Second World War. Of course it did. My granddad told me that. And my dad told me, my granddad told him. And that's what happens with families, especially in the military. That's why I know they've never been to the moon. They're not on Mars. No, they're not on Mars. Because all this spouting about this bloody helicopter and all this shit, it's not work, does it? No. Because obviously they can't do it because they're not. No, they're not. Or they're stopped. They're stopped, and they can. Ichi has that much power. The higher echelons, not the highest, but the higher echelons, they don't need a craft. They don't need nothing. They can shapeshift into anything, and that's why the Indians, indigenous to America, to the real people of America, just like the Aborigines, knows about there's that's why they say even inanimate objects have spirits. And another thing, you're bringing up oil and you're bringing up spirits with it. You believe spiritual, you will find that. You're bringing up the bad, like methane. And there's a whole lake of methane. If that bloody But don't you think something is helping us? Because let's face it, they've been saying that the Gran Canaria is going to go, and it hasn't. And there's been activity and unusual activity around volcanoes. Because they know. Because what happens to our planet happens to the whole bloody universe. And obviously, I've seen a lot of these beings in what I have found. And don't say it's all in my bloody head, because it's not. I just cannot get it on with me narrating, showing the start of when I found. And everybody else thought it was a whiteout. It's not a whiteout. I've got proof it's not a whiteout. So I'm going to send a few bits, a few poignant bits, and it's hard because it's a puzzle. I have to use my mind, what I've remembered, and good job I've got a brilliant memory, isn't it? Yeah, I'm eccentric. I'm not a nutter. I'm just as good as Einstein. I am, but I haven't been. Well, no, women didn't. We're just told to sit there and not do no. My dad wasn't like that. He let me be free as much. But it was when I got outside, I wasn't free, and because I was a pretty lady, great figure, of course I was. Oh, sex. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. This body is a temple. It holds precious soul. Always believed in that. And that is when you say you live in two worlds. Because even Buddha says that. And a lot of other faiths say that as well. Because a lot of the youngsters are all living in one world, and that's material. And that is so bad. You're going to destroy it. Well, you won't. And the other thing as well they won't tell you is we're a growing age planet. And they're all saying it's bad, but it's not. Because if we look after ourselves and you give us a chance, we can survive for a long, long, long time. It says it in the damn Bible. You can see it. Because we are all part of that, There's no such thing as greys. No, greys don't exist. Not the greys that they say, almond eyes and all that lot. What a pot of shit. I've seen nothing like that. I've seen blue, green, purple, yellow. And I'm telling you the truth. Just because I can't show you it, I'm telling you the truth. I want to show you it, but I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of house clearing to do. I've got a lot of selling to do, and I can't. That's why I'm asking anybody from UFO groups that I'm part of, and that is the Yorkshire, the East Anglia, because I am going to buy a program that will just be for photos, pictures, and narrating, because I think YouTube is not. No, I can't understand it, and I don't understand the instructions. I need a program. I know it has its own program, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it with something that I'm quite used to, which is Photoshop. I used to do animated films, and I used to do that when it first came about. Fire something, can't think of it. Brain. I know it was something to do with fire. And that was an old program. Oh, yeah, because I was about when Word Perfect, Shell, Basic. That was an American program. And that was a program I used for archaeology. And then I used CAD, and that was used for archaeology. Yeah, I might be old school, but you've still got the old stuff. The roots hasn't changed of any Windows. They just made it easier, and they can keep an eye on you. That's all. And I don't like it. I like my freedom. I said Vista was a bad one. Vista was the start of it. Windows Vista. I never liked it. I like my Windows 5 and all the other, no, 98, was it? I can't, no, was it 98, 95, 95, 95. I remember using 95, Windows 95. And obviously before that, we didn't use, Linux was really good, but it's gone a bit funny, Linux. It was never like that when I first used Linux. Linux or Linux, what we call it. So, yes. I have, my other friend also saw some strange red lights that behave very unusually. Again, I can't show you it because I don't know, and he don't know how to do it either. He ain't got time. I'm only allotted a certain amount of time with my helpers. So I need a friend. But don't worry, if you come to my house, I'll have one of my helpers with me because I'm recognized as a vulnerable, not a vulnerable that you could hurt me. I'm vulnerable, I could hurt you. And I have nearly, very closely, killed somebody. I don't want to, no, but you don't push me. You do not push me anywhere, I'm very intimidating, but I'm intimidating for a reason. I'm warning you off. Don't push me because I don't need to be pushed. Obviously, I hope love, equality, peace in the universe becomes, and that's when it will, when I have my photograph and my narrating it, and I'm there, or I'm in a little tiny box and I'm narrating it, and I'm there telling you what I found and pointing it to it and whatever. And then obviously, or narrating while I'm pointing to it and I'm not there, whatever. Until I can do that, I will just be talking to you and telling you what I'm finding, and you can either believe me or just think I'm out of my tiny flipping head. But I'm not. No, far from it. Eccentricity is not part of mental illness. I have PTSD. I don't have a mental illness. It's the way us veterans have been treated when we were left the forces, and how we left the forces, and also forces children. Our forces children were treated. Well, yeah. In America, you got the best treatment. Not here, we didn't. No, we didn't. Otherwise, I would have been diagnosed far lots quicker. Instead of being called a damn bloody hypochondriac, which I never was. I want to work. I don't want to be under bloody benefits. I don't want to be under the bloody government's bloody bum. And I'll try my utmost to bloody get out of it and all. Because I don't want. And I'm not bloody old enough to go in a nursing home. I don't want to be anybody bloody make my own bloody food. Well, I can't anyway, because I have so many different, I have allergies to so many different, well, yes, because we're making our own system poisonous. I boil all my water. I don't believe in a filter because, again, it goes through some kind of chemical, and I don't trust chemicals. I don't trust them. My body don't like them. That's why I've been so ill. My digestive system. I've always had a particular digestive system. I mean, for a fact, I nearly died of oh God. I can't think of it. A liver. People can get it from drugs, and then you also can get it from bad water. That should never happened. And that's why they kept it quiet when I was a little girl, when I came back from Malta. Oh, it's just somehow or other. Yeah, bacteria got into me, and it can kill you. It nearly did, and that's why my dad had to come back from, because we went to Singapore and then we went to Malta, but we didn't stay in Singapore too long. But dad had to go to Singapore or Malaya. I think he might have been in Malaya, you know. So anyway, oh God, was it? I can't think. It's high. It's a H. You know what I mean? People get it, as I said, from bad needles. But obviously, yeah, my cat licked my nose, and obviously was licking off the psoriasis, and obviously it's gone scabby. Well, yeah, I'm very well aware of my own body. Even the doctors know that. So, and also my sprouts, oh, they were delicious with a little bit of garlic, slivers of garlic. Absolutely beautiful in sourdough, because I've got to eat sourdough. Well, yeah, because I'm allergic to gluten. It's not allergic to the actual soya. It's what actually they put in the bugger. And they say that it lasts longer with these. What a pot of shit. I've done my own experiments. And the bread that's had the soya and all the other shit has got what more mouldy than the other one that said it should go mouldy. Well, yeah, because they're not using what they should do. I used to use ingredients that were organic, and I always ate organic food until I lost my memory. Well, if you lose your memory, you lose everything. It's catatonic. I just was not myself. I'm getting there now, but I've lost 20 years. Thank you, government. And I blame the government because there was no laws in place against the racism I had. I had racists. Yeah, they were racist. They were racial towards me because I didn't behave. But there was ethnic minorities there treated like well, but me, no. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do all that lot. I didn't do what they wanted me to do. No, because I love technology. And they couldn't understand why I went from a mainframe to my own computer. Obviously, because I used a desktop then. I can't use a desktop anymore. I've got to use a laptop or my tablet. And my tablet, I can't get on one of my games on my tablet. My apologies to my gaming mateys, obviously, if you can see this. But and obviously, my signal's been bloody awful on my mobile. So obviously, I've got it here now. So I should. And obviously, I didn't bloody what's the name? Well, yeah, because I've been knackered. Walked half a bloody mile with me bloody sticks asleep. What would you be like? And then I don't get surprised about it, but I was surprised when I saw bloody hell, Lessingham. Shit. What? And I had to walk, stop, start, walking back. And nobody stopped me. Nobody wanted to know. That's a sad world, We really do live in a sad world. But the thing is, it will change. And some of you lot, some of the real arseholes won't like it. No, we can't have a nuclear war. We cannot have one. That's why we didn't have one in the first place. Something else said no. Why do you think they were messing around with all the bloody thingies? They'll start messing around with the proton bombs. They can do that. The higher ones are here now. Of course they are. Where do you think I got the information from? And I'm psychic. We are all psychic, but I use it more. And I'm so glad my dad never worked for NASA because they would have got hold of me. Well, you're too right, they would have got me bloody remote viewing. And maybe the Russians might have bloody killed me because I turned into a bloody great, I turned into a great one. Well, yeah, I have remote viewed, but I don't remote view like they do, give coordinates. I just go where I bloody well want. I always have done. That's why my mum said to my dad, what the hell are we brought in this world? And my dad said, Leslie's Leslie. She's like me. That's what he said. Because she was listening to others. You don't listen to others. They don't know you. Don't listen to your peers. They don't know you. Learn about yourself and love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, no one else will love you. Right? I do. Love myself, warts and all. Always have done. But I love all. I love everything. Even the rotten shits. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them because they can't love. They've not got real love. And as I said, when they say love is just an emotion, no, it's not. You see it, you touch it, you feel it. And you do, when you go through your grief, you feel it more. Because that's when you know, you smell your loved one. That's why our smells and our tastes are the strongest. And obviously, if you use all your senses together, your sixth sense comes. Well, yeah, you're psychic. Your sixth sense is your psychic. My mum, we were all psychic. My brother is frightened of it. He's frightened of ETs and all. He won't say anything. Of course not. Not what happened in the Bermuda Triangle on one of their warships. On a frigate. Was it a warship? A lot of ships, because he really was good at what he did. Oh, here we go. Your connection is unstable. Oh, God, here we go. Right. He was on a lot of ships, you know. Destroyers and frigates, you know. Well, yeah, that's why with this weather, they're messing around with all the signals. That's what this bloody cloud is. And it's not good. It's good breathing. No, of course it's bloody not. I remember the days when we used to get this cloud, and we used to get it on a you know, weather forecast. This is pollution from east. It's true. I remember so much, and I'm not telling you silly stories. That's why you shouldn't blame all oldies want war. Of course we bloody well don't. Don't say it like that. Some youngsters do. So, you know, excuse me. And that's media doing that. Media went all against us as disabled. Well, you know, who has a challenges in our life. And think we're all bloody scroungers. I told that to the council. Lincolnshire County Council. I told that. I said, I'm not a scrounger. I don't want to be. You know? You made the mistake. You know? Anyway. They have said I have to pay in December. I'm not. I'm paying tomorrow. I'm paying on Thursday. So I'm paying when I bloody well want to. And I'm not paying it on the 1st. I'm not sick. I don't go by any mandate, but they'll get their money. They'll get their money before they think they should get their money. I'm sending it by myself. I'm not sending it by their... No, they'll get their money. And don't think they're going to get more money, because they're not. Once I paid my £10, that is my agreement. So I'm being a funny bugger. Well, of course I am. Have to be. That's how you fight. You fight with your mind. You don't fight with the body. You fight with the mind. And once you've got your mind, and I won't take statin, and I know statin brings on dementia. Of course it does. And if you don't use your bloody brain, you don't use your psychic powers, you do. And they try to put drugs in you. I mean, I have to take, at the moment, I might find herbal remedies that will help me. And I hope to God, and that's what I'm going to do with when I start growing my herbs. And my cedar, my little sprouter, will help me get my herbs on the go a bit more so I can plant them in my bags. And then when it's nice weather, you put them out. You can't have, why can't I? No different having plants, isn't it? You have a plant pot. We don't have enough plants. We always had plants in the house because it helps. Obviously, at the moment, I can't do what I want to with obviously my incense and my candles and everything like else. I mean, I was looking at some sweets and they had stuff that they, probably because it was beeswax, I don't know, stuff that they cleaned, they waxed cars with, maybe because it was beeswax, I'm not quite sure. Because obviously, but beeswax is the best kind of wax you can get for your furniture and your cars. But I don't know, Kariba wax. Maybe it's some form of, I don't know, a beeswax that's specific to a Pacific bee. I don't know. But the way we're doing with our bloody... This planet will survive. life forms on it won't. And the one thing we've got to keep going is our bee, our honeybees, and our bees, and our insect. You know, sprout your own. God, it is bad connection. Bad connection. Well, back on again. That was a quick bad connection. But that's what it is. Right? Also, there's a lot of people on it, and also hacking. Well, when you think that North Korea has got loads of young lads and they're beaten to nearly bloody death to do hacking, poor sods, eh? I mean, you never see the wife of Putin. You never see the wives of Chairman Utafluit or Saudi Arabian wives. No, because probably they look bloody worn out and bloody, oh, well, yeah. And I did see one chairman's wife, and by God, because she was with Brezhnev. Well, obviously, the chairman of the Chinese was with Brezhnev, obviously. And I thought, poor bloody woman, she looks knackered. She looks well worn out. What the hell have been doing to her, poor sod? Yeah, because they have no love. If you don't have love, how can you have equality? And if you don't have equality, how can you have peace? And there's lots of dystopic countries around us still, which is not good. America made Afghans again dystopic. Well, yeah, under feudal law, that's dystopic. Well, yeah, the medieval times was dystopic. Some of Victorian times, dystopic. So we mustn't get that, not at all. But you don't go out and start firing guns. That's not the way to do it. No, use your head, use your mind. You do it in the most peaceful way. Oh yeah, you go on demonstrations, peaceful demonstrations, and you keep well away from the violent bits. You come away from them. You say, no, they weren't part of us. Go away. No, go away. Not this. Right. Okay, right, I'm getting off. See you later, and hopefully I shall be on my game, okay? My mateys, I should be about. I can't believe that she's, yeah, she has. She didn't mean to. She kept, and obviously my skin is just falling off, even off my face. That's why I don't touch my face much. Well, yeah. That's the reason why I haven't got big scabs on my face, because I don't scratch it. Right. Take care. Be safe. And love, equality, peace in the universe and the cosmos. And obviously, yeah, please be safe. You know, really. Okay. And please, no bloody war, for God's sake, and stop rioting and stop violence. I mean, I was very impressed with Australia doing what they did. I was very impressed with that. That is a sure sign that the governments can't do much in the Western world, because we would do it, everybody would do it. They were seeing how it would look. And I think America was the first, not America, Australia. And obviously I know our government won't do it. No, because they'll be the same kind of thing. No, good on you, Aussie. Good on you. Yeah, good on you. Right, you take care. Be safe. Goodbye. Goodbye. Don't cry. Goodbye. Goodbye.